Holy shit, we're back at home base for the first time in 17 episodes. Well, 18, I guess, technically. It's been since episode 97, and this is episode 115. Oh, my God. Well, I really didn't think it could get any worse for the Pirates, but they've lost 9 straight games. Shelton, Charrington, and Nutting are doing their best impressions of Malika Andrews in the front office as everything comes crashing down around them.
And it was so much fun to see, particularly the crowd sort of getting behind as we have a bit of an earthquake here in Los Angeles. So we're just going to make sure that our studio lights, everything stays safe, everything's shaking. You good, Mylan? Everybody good? All right, thank you so much for bearing with us through that.
We may as well shift our focus to the Patriots. This is number 115. I guess it's not BucN time.
Live from Central Pennsylvania with your host Ian DiCarlo, this is Hoagies and Pierogis.
The Ski Stash! The Ski Stash!
Welcome to the Big Ten.
Patriots go with Drake May, let's go!
All right, let's start off with some lighter news in baseball. Our hero, Jarren Duran. No, I am totally kidding, but this is what happened. Duran was suspended 2 games for that, and that's totally understandable. I am not arguing against that at all, because he was caught on live TV saying a slur, and it was quite wild. He said it pretty nonchalantly. I think the funniest part about this, before he said it, he was like, "Can I take time for this?" And like, what's the ump gonna say? Like, what do you mean for this? Can I take time for this? Specifically for this. To call a fan in the crowd the F word after he was just yelling tennis racket at him. You need a tennis racket. That's all he was saying to him. Now, the Red Sox issued that suspension, so they have to enforce the rules at the ballpark. You have to kick out every single fan that is saying that and the N-word to players casually on a daily basis. That is what Boston sports are known for, specifically Fenway, and it's a shame. But you have to enforce those rules and kick those people out too if you're going to give Duran a 2-game suspension. Okay, now just the sad part. I really kind of don't even want to go over this. Just 2 weeks removed from the trade deadline, where the Pirates did the bare minimum, let's be honest. They're feeling the repercussions of their decisions. They're struggling right now. 9 straight games. Are you kidding me? Miserable. Just miserable. And last week, I said all of that before the last home game against the Padres, where Bednar shit the bed. Just blow the whole thing up. Everything. Just get rid of everyone. Fire everyone. Get rid of all the players. Start over. You can't trust any of your relievers to get 3 outs on any given day. Bednar's supposed to be your closer. That's what he's supposed to do. You can't trust anyone in that bullpen. And I feel for Shelton in that regard. Right immediately after they lost that game, I said, back under 500, and it really feels like they'll stay there for good this time. And oh my God, what the hell just happened? So they just got swept by the Padres. Then they went to Los Angeles, and I just have to laugh. They lost the first game 9-4 to the Dodgers. Keller got pulled in the 4th inning after allowing 7 runs. You know what? Who wouldn't want to face this team in the playoffs? That's all you heard when the Pirates had a healthy Jones, Skeens, and Keller. Keller and Skeens seem to be gassing out a little bit. Skeens, understandable. Keller, unacceptable. You need to be the workhorse of this rotation. Skeens took the loss in Game 2 after allowing 4 runs for the first time in his career. And like I just mentioned, he's really struggling the further we go into the season. I haven't seen anything faster than 100 in a while, and even a 100 is becoming rare. The splinker kind of sucked outside of that at-bat against Ohtani. So He's probably going to get shut down sooner rather than later. Also, Bednar needs to be shut down for the rest of the year. There has to be something wrong with him. He blew the game in the 10th after the Pirates actually scored the ghost runner to go up 5-4 in that last game against the Dodgers. He then gave up a double to Kike Hernandez that scored the ghost runner, issued a walk, did get a strikeout and a foul out, but then who else but Teoscar Hernandez, someone that I wanted the Pirates to sign in the offseason, singled to the right field and scored Hernandez. Dodgers win 6-5. I really just don't know what to say at this point. 7 straight losses after getting swept in back-to-back series, and I have so just detached myself from caring about this team at all anymore. And then they went off to Petco Park to play the Padres again for the second time in 4 days. 8 straight losses. Lost 2-1. 9 straight losses. Lost 3-0. Today they play at 4:10. That's in about 20 minutes here. So Keller's on the mound. He might shit the bed again. Who knows? The Padres are playing out of their minds. Michael King had 10 strikeouts in 6 innings last night. I just don't know what you do at this point as a franchise. They seem to have zero direction. The pitching seems to be working out well, but there is zero offense. In the farm system, there's barely any offense. You got Connor Griffin, who you just drafted as your number 2 prospect, according to MLB Pipeline. And then you got Termarr Johnson right behind him, who I really don't think he's going to be that good in the majors. And he still has a long way to go. He's only in high A right now. How do you make this team better? No one wants to come here. You can't seem to swing any trades at all. What's going on? I'm lost. They're lost. We're all lost as Pirates fans. 5 years into the rebuild. And it wasn't even supposed to be a full 5-year rebuild. It was supposed to be like a 2 to 3 year bridge plan. It was definitely supposed to be just a bridge year from like 2019 to 2020, 21, 22, 23. And I think we were supposed to be competing last year according to Ben Cherington's original plan. When you can't acquire any talent and you're not willing to give up anyone in your farm system, you can't do anything. Nothing's not willing to pay anyone. Shelton can't really manage that well. I almost forgot to mention that. This really pissed me off, this quote from Shelton. I think there's a state of we need to catch a break. I mean, it's one of those situations where we haven't played bad baseball, you know. I think we've lost since the break 9 one-run games we've lost during this straight of the 8. 6-1 game. 6-1-1 game. What the fuck does that mean? Holy shit, I felt like I had a stroke reading that. Jesus Christ. But the important part to focus on here was he said, I think there's a state of we need to catch a break. You need to luck into a win? Are you kidding me? If you need to luck into a win, you should not be managing a major league team. Luck into a win. Jesus Christ. I cannot believe he said that. We need to catch a break. Yeah, you do need to catch a break. And it's your... that really pissed me off. So, yeah, I do think they'll probably lose again today, so that will be 10 straight games.
In there. May have gone. Yeah, he did. Home down. Swing and a miss, and he strikes out head. To right. Back. Gone into the Cron zone. 3-run home run for Jake Cronenworth. Fast start for the Padres. They lead at 3-0.
Load towards the plate and everything is in the same path.
You can see him being able to line a fair ball down the right field line to the corner. From second, Cronenworth will score. Manny's being waved around. Here comes a throw to the plate. It'll be late. 2 more runs for the Padres.
Coming through, big time.
Fly ball, deep right field off the bat of Peralta. Back to the wall. Gone! 2-run home run for David Peralta. 6th of the year. Make it 8-0 Padres.
Thank you, Pirates. Try again next year. That's all I can say. Let's talk about some winners, huh? Since we have the NBA section usually right after baseball, I figured we'll just put in the Olympic team here. We have to go over the Serbia game first, though. That was amazing. Down double digits in the fourth quarter. The U.S. came back to win to face France and Wemby in the gold medal game. Jason Tatum's mom complaining that he isn't getting any playing time is hilarious. Oh, hell no. You ain't going to disrespect my baby like that? Miss, your son is on the same team as LeBron, KD, and Steph Curry. Let him have it. Of course he isn't getting playing time. They probably don't respect him because they're afraid he's going to steal one of their signature moments in the future. I can almost guarantee you if the Celtics win like a playoff series or win the championship again, Tatum is going to do the same exact pose with Jaylen Brown where he's holding their heads together after winning, just like LeBron and Steph. It's going to be the same exact thing. Team USA took care of shit in the gold medal game against France. Wemby bawling his eyes out. There was really no doubt about this one. Put him to sleep, Curry. Night, night. That picture of him shooting over the three defenders was amazing. Tatum is definitely going to be using that one next year. Okay, and since this was announced, it kind of got rescinded, but Michigan was set to bring back Jim Harbaugh as honorary captain for the game, for the opener on August 31st, kind of just like a fuck you to the NCAA. Then it was announced, Sharon Moore said that he was not going to come back. He was just going to hide in his foxhole in San Diego and not be, exposed to the public for the Michigan game. I think that's probably the better look. First preseason AP poll has arrived. Kind of not a surprise. I do like this. We got number 1 Georgia, 2 Ohio State, 3 Oregon, 4 Texas, 5 Alabama, 6 Ole Miss, 7 Notre Dame, 8 Penn State, 9 Michigan, and 10 Florida State. The only kind of surprise that's in there is Michigan being that low and being below Penn State. That doesn't really make too much sense to me. But I think I'm hopping on the Ole Miss train this year. I think they'll take the next step, and they'll do some really good things. I'm a huge fan of Jackson Dart after he shredded Penn State in the Peach Bowl. I think he had like 300 yards, like 5 touchdowns or something like that, 4 touchdowns. No one missed a beat in that offense. So I do think Oregon also has a good chance to do some good things, even though they lost some key players. And they're in the Big Ten, so I don't know how that's going to play out too well. But I think them being number 3 is also a product of them being in the Big Ten, if that makes sense. So we got Ohio State, 1 Big Ten, Oregon, Penn State, and Michigan. 4 Big Ten teams in the top 10. And SEC teams, we got 1, 2, Georgia, Texas, Alabama, Ole Miss. Also 4. So the only ones that are left out are Florida State in the ACC and then Notre Dame independent. Notre Dame number 7, set up for disappointment, as always. They should have won that game against Ohio State last year. Okay, since last week, the Patriots played their first preseason game, and we got a heavy dose of Zappe and Joe Milton III. The Panthers have the worst roster in the league. So Bazooka Joe going apeshit kind of was not a surprise. He has all of the physical tools that you need to be a starting quarterback in the league, and they just let him do more than May, honestly. If they can finagle a good trade for him, I'd be all about it. Keep Zappe in there as the emergency third QB, or even the true backup if Brissett gets hurt early on. At least we'd have a QB that already knows the offense well in that situation. So then we wouldn't have to automatically go to May or Milton, 2 guys that have just come in and are just learning their first NFL offenses. I think it would probably be more important to keep Zappe than Joe Milton III. Him scrambling was awesome, and that rocket to Kayshawn, or was it to Booty? I don't know if it was to Booty. I don't know who he threw the touchdown pass to. And after the game, oh my God, they did it. Holy shit, the Mad Lads did it. Rejoice. Oh my God. I was complaining last week about them, planning on giving Juju playing time. But They will not be giving him shit. No way. Oh my God. He is cut and gone. Goodbye, Juju. Goodbye. Wave goodbye to your TikTok. Wave goodbye to your dick on Snapchat. We'll see you later. Oh, hallelujah. Oh, that was a good consolation prize after dropping out of the Ayuk sweepstakes. All right, little emergency update here. Just seeing this after getting done playing some college football. Matthew Judon gets traded to the Falcons for a 3rd-round pick. Honestly, I am super happy with a 3rd-rounder. You know, him being 32 today. Today's his birthday. Him coming off a torn pec last year. And him wanting, like, way too much money. Yeah, I'm shocked we got a 3rd-rounder. I was expecting, at best, a 4th-rounder. So, you know what? Judon, it was good while it lasted. Started to get a little bit weird at the end there. But good luck at Atlanta. But, oh yeah, reports from Patriots training camp with their joint practices against the Eagles. Ooh, seems very rough. Drake May, I think, was 5 for 8 with like 8 sacks against him. Jacoby Brissett didn't do much better with 6 sacks against him. So that line needs to do anything. That's the next big step that we need to take, is getting someone for that offensive line. The wide receivers, though, Javon Baker is looking really good. And Jalen Polk is looking even better. Oh, my, looked great. Oh, and I had the weirdest dream ever. It was so vivid. And it was a product of changing over to night shift that last weekend. I had a dream that Jahan Dotson got traded to the Colts. Completely random. I was like, oh, that makes sense because Josh Downs is hurt. But I woke up and I started scrolling Twitter. I was like, where is it? Where is it? It was not real at all. I scoured the internet for it. I was like, no fucking way did I just dream that. Like, I dreamt that I rolled over, checked my phone, saw that, and then went back to sleep. I don't know what the hell. It was crazy real. It was a little bit too real. Oh, and we didn't go over this, but Harrison Butker got a contract extension with the Chiefs. I thought that was hilarious. And then it came out later and he said that he will stand behind what it is that I'm saying. It's just funny at this point. It really is. It would be funny if Jan Durant came out and said the same thing with his signature, like, fuck him. I saw that he had that on, like, his wristband. Oh, you know that he's going to get a standing ovation when he comes back tonight. And speaking of keeping a emergency quarterback just in case one gets hurt, this sucks for the Vikings. J.J. McCarthy out for the season after it was revealed that his torn meniscus had to be, like, fully repaired. They're not going to, like, I guess he's a little bit too young for them to take it completely out, or to take whatever portion of the tears out. It might be in a bad place, so they might just be like, hey, we have to repair it or you're fucked for the rest of your life. It's going to hurt for the rest of your life. Like, I know. So I guess it's Sam Darnold time in Minnesota. That blows. I was expecting him to be out, 4 to 6 weeks. They said meniscus. I was like, oh, okay. So that's probably like the timeline that it took for mine to heal. But his seems a little bit more severe. I think he's going to be out like 4 to 6 months. And at this point, that puts him at best back at the end of November, or at the end of December. So you may as well just sit him. There's no, really, you shouldn't push it if he's not ready by then. No reason to push it at all. But I just really feel bad for him. Man, that sucks. Drake May, please do not get hurt. Please do not get hurt. Please do not get hurt. That would just be the icing on top after this week that the Pirates had if Drake May just tears his ACL. Like, fuck. All right. Let's move on to the Olympics a little bit. So RG3 was at the Olympics with his wife, and they got one of those giant croissants. And I don't know what in the hell he was thinking posting that picture on Instagram of him deep-throating the croissant. A man can't eat a croissant with his wife? No, RG3, not like that. Not like that. No. The Olympics are over, officially over. The closing ceremonies were this past weekend. And you know what? I was going to say Noah Lyles was being super dramatic for having to be stretchered off the track after winning bronze in the 200 meter. But he reportedly tested for COVID before the race and had a 102-degree fever. So, you know what? That's crazy. Good on him for gutting it out and doing as well as he did. And Quincy Wilson, holy shit. 16 years old, won a gold medal for being on the prelim 4x100 meter relay. Going back to his junior year of high school with a gold medal. What the fuck? And then someone else who went to the same high school, woman, I think she won the 100 meter hurdles or something like that. 200 meter hurdles. Got gold in that and went to the same high school as Quincy Wilson. That's just insane. What a baller move, showing back up with the gold medal. Okay, let's go to Twitter, see if I missed anything. I feel like I did. Oh, yeah, I definitely did. Everyone, bear witness to the Will Levis mayonnaise.
They try to define you, but you are the ingredient to your own success. Luscious, eggy, smell like greatness. Will Levis, number 8, Parfum de Mayonnaise.
That's disgusting. Last thing I guess I'll mention, Kill Tony in Madison Square Garden was much better than the YouTube arena in Los Angeles. The crowd was way better, and I think they set it up a little bit better to get things rolling. They had a time limit, so they were crunching everyone in. They got Big J. Okerson and Luis J. Gomez to perform during the show. So I thought that was really cool. They had a Legends bucket that they were pulling out Legends at random, which I thought was awesome. And that was a great idea instead of having it, so scheduled and it being like, it seeming so rigid. This one felt a lot more fluid than all of the other big arena Kill Tonys. So go and check it out if you haven't. Right now it's only available on KillTonyLive.com. You have to buy it, but it will be free on YouTube in probably 3 weeks. So if you can wait, and it will be censored on YouTube, obviously, then go ahead and wait, but definitely worth it. All right, everyone, I think that's it. Make sure to leave a like and comment on each video and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Hoagies and Pierogis is available on Spotify, Apple, or wherever you listen to your podcasts. Follow us on Instagram and TikTok for a clip during the week, and we'll leave you with this. Munch, 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 munch.